All right, well, let's get to the phone lines now. We've got Marlene on the line. Hey there, Marlene. What is your question tonight? How can we help you?
March 2020, I hired a roofer to repair my roof, and the roof was repaired, and probably a week after we had a huge rain, and it started leaking around the chimney area. So I called him, and he came and he patched it up, and then started leaking again 2 weeks later, and it went on for a whole 6 months. And yes, it didn't do anything until I went and contacted the county, and the county called him, and he came and he fixed it. So I wanted to know, can I sue him because there is actually mold in the installation?
Mm-hmm. And how much did you pay the roofer?
$10,000.
$10,000. And are you in Florida? I see your Pensacola is under your name. Are you in Florida? A Florida resident? This happened in Florida?
Florida
okay.
resident. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Buzz, any advice for what to do? She paid $10,000. That'd be outside small claims court. That'd be I'm not sure in Florida what the rules are.
And I'm not licensed in Florida, but unfortunately this happens a lot with roofers, but at least finally he completed and fixed it to where it doesn't leak anymore. But if you want to pursue him further for the mold, you'll have to hire some kind of a contractor to come in there and give you a quote of what it would cost to remove the mold. And at that point, you could sue him in Florida in whatever court is appropriate for the amount of money it would cost to remove the mold.
And I guess just for comparison's sake, do you know the limits in Alabama, like what the threshold is to take someone to small claims court? And that's where you really don't need an attorney, right? You can represent yourself and explain to the judge the damages, but then you reach a certain amount of money and then it kicks it up to, explain how it works.
That limit now in small claims court is up to, or district court is up to $20,000. It used to be $10,000, they bumped it up to $20,000. So if you have a claim in Alabama for $1 up to $20,000, you can go to small claims court or district court, and it's like Judge Judy. It's kind of like going to that court that you see on TV. And sometimes the TV companies will even fly you out to California and handle your case. I've had clients that have done that before. That's pretty interesting.
Wow, okay. But I mean, even if you go to the trouble of taking someone to small claims court and you get a judgment against an entity or a person, I mean, is it worth anything if the other party is a no-show in court? I mean, is it?
If you get a default judgment or get a judgment against an individual or company and they have assets, then it's just a matter of collecting on those assets. If they don't have insurance or any assets, you'll get a judgment. Sometimes you can't collect anything on that.
So how is a person supposed to collect? Are there agencies that will handle this for you, or can you garnish someone's wages if you have a judgment?
There are law firms in town that specialize in only collections, and they will collect on a judgment. And like you said, they'll garnish, or else they'll garnish your bank accounts, they'll garnish the wages. So there's ways to collect money if somebody has a job and or has money in the bank or has an ongoing company.
But that sounds like that would cost you money, though. I mean, it sounds like a lot of expense, that she might have to go through, and if she were to win a case, potentially.
Well, and I'll say this. I mean, yeah, let's say you get a $20,000 judgment against someone and they're not paying. And as Buzz said, there's collection law firms out there that will take your case on a contingency basis, just like on a personal injury side. And so, yeah, you may have to wind up paying a percentage, 30, 35%, whatever it is, of that money that they're going to recoup. But, as I always tell people that are always concerned about something like that is, 35% of $20,000 is better than 100% of zero. And so, if you can't do it on your own, then reach out to somebody, like Buzz said, reach out to someone to see if they can help you collect your money.